What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I want to talk to you guys about Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin is a boxer that just took his first loss in a very, very good fight, very tough fight with Canelo Alvarez. And I was just thinking about possible opponents for Golovkin, and it just dawned on me. Golovkin has one of the best chins in the business, and I would second that Canelo Alvarez. And the reason why Canelo Alvarez would have the second place in that would be because I think Golovkin hurt Canelo with a right hand, but he quickly recovered. You know what I mean? Not to say he got dropped or anything, because neither fighter has been down to the canvas, officially or unofficially. Okay, so those guys have good granite chins. They have proven chins. Okay. But Golovkin, man, I think Golovkin's the kind of guy, the only way you can knock Golovkin out would be to the body. You know what I mean? Like the body, I think Canelo hurt Golovkin to the body a couple times. I think he did in the first fight, definitely the second fight. That's why he was so protective of the body. And I think that's why Golovkin didn't really want to throw a lot of body punches, because body punches beget body punches, okay? And especially in that situation, and that's exactly what happened. I feel that Golovkin needs to be tested in a bigger weight class. I honestly do. A guy that can, that has that good of a punch, has a good boxing IQ. I think that he has a great chin. I think he can take harder punches, than staying at middleweight. So the rumors of 168, I feel that he should go with those rumors. I think, if he heard those rumors, if they're true, he should go. But if they're not true, he should listen to the rumors, because that's where he needs to be as a fighter. Now, it's funny how boxing is, though. Boxing is a type of sport where anything can happen in a fight. That's one of the things I love about it. Anything can happen. Now, what if Golovkin and Canelo fight for the third time and Golovkin knocks out Canelo? It's not likely, but it could happen, because, I always think about other fights, pastime fights, and mostly in boxing, history repeats itself. You know what I mean? Like, look at Pacquiao Marquez, okay? And Marquez got the shitty end of the stick each and every time. A draw the first fight, split decision, lost the second fight, split decision, lost the third fight. Finally, the fourth fight, Juan Manuel Marquez got what he deserved, or he got what he was looking for. A knockout. That could happen now. The irony of boxing, that could exactly happen. Canelo signs this $365 deal. He's fighting. He has 10 fights on DAZN. His career is basically set for the second, portion of his career. It's set. And he goes in there and takes a fight that he really doesn't need to, but fans demand it. Enough people demand it, especially if he's fighting competition that's not up to par. Okay, and I'll get to that in a second. And he takes a Golovkin 3 fight, and Golovkin finally knocks out Canelo Alvarez. Now, and a lot of people think, man, that's crazy. I don't see that happening, but it could, because this is the irony of boxing. If you fought a guy that many times, you know what to expect. The first fight, Canelo boxed. The second fight, he came forward. Now, the third fight, okay, I'm ready for both. You know what I'm saying? So that could happen, and then people think, well, Golovkin couldn't knock him out in these 2 fights. Well, you don't know. Because the more people fight, the more familiar they get with each other. Like, I spar with certain guys, and I know those guys. I know their habits, and I know the things that they do. They know mine also. So it's like, okay, well, hey, I know this guy will do this at this point of time. If I time this just right, I can make a big impact. The same with boxing, okay? except there's no protection. There's no headgear whatsoever. So it could happen. Now, of course, I know the counterpunch in this. Canelo's never been down. He's never been down to the canvas. We know that. So how likely is that to happen? You know, highly unlikely, but it could happen. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying with that, okay? Now, with Canelo, his opposition, you know, Rocky Fielding, it was a good come out fight at 168, but what was the purpose? Was the purpose to excel at that weight class? You got a portion of the regular WBA. How about fight the super champion, Callum Smith? You know, better yet, Golovkin, he could try that. So I would think Golovkin, his objective would be, okay, if I can't get a Canelo fight, I can outdo his accolades. Exactly what Manny Pacquiao's doing to Floyd. Okay. You know, he can't beat Floyd or outpoint Floyd, but he can outwork Floyd in terms of career achievements. Okay. Golovkin should try that. Golovkin should fight Callum Smith, beat Callum Smith, and then get the WBA super. Then you've achieved something in a different weight class, in a different land. Versus Canelo, you know, can do what he wants to do. He's done what he always wanted to do ever since he fought Mayweather. Ever since he's been under that banner of Golden Boy Promotions, okay? So that's what we have in that situation with him. But Canelo has to have better opposition, because if he doesn't, people are going to want to see another Triple G fight. But if you give people, you know, that surprise in a box, okay, one home run after another home run, people won't really worry about Golovkin, because you're giving them Charlo, you're giving them Andrade, you're giving them Jacobs, you know what I'm saying? You're giving them Callum Smith, you're giving David Lemieux even, you know, you're giving these guys all types of other fights that they would like to see versus the one they've already saw. So that's just the irony of boxing, just something thrown around with you guys. I just want to know what you guys feel about these two fighters. Of course, please subscribe, guys. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.